Quickly tell us what's happening today.
We're racing on our way to a walking tour, and we're meeting at the fountain in front of the Parliament building.
And we're pretty excited. I mean, where we're staying, I can't work it out yet. Quickly explain, darling.
It's like we've looked up, we've walked into an in-style home. Like you know, there's beautiful magazines of houses, beautiful homes. We're staying in one of those. It's been zhuzhed to the max. The interior designers planned everything. You know, the very best fittings, immaculate, just stunning.
Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. Our first look at the little gardens in Quebec. We're very, very excited about Quebec. It's got a sense of style. It's got a sense of class. Don't you think, darling?
Yes.
I mean,
you will see it along the way when we will pass on the tour. You will see a lot of activity. There's a big cycling event going on.
Oh, okay.
right on cue. Here comes the guys that are actually riding in the Tour de Quebec tour. We're so lucky to be here this time of the year. Highly recommend it. Top guy.
And now she's gonna share our family's name. I looked up to you,
None of these guys are battling at all. And this is quite a serious
when
deal.
you lost your way in the madness of New York City.
You see a lot of character in front of that building. It has a meaning. The architect of the Parliament building, his name is Eugène-Étienne Taché. And that guy was really, really important for us because he wrote the official motto, which is Je me souviens. I remember. Behind every car plate, driving lessons, you always see Je me souviens, I remember. But I remember what? What does he mean by that, Taché? At first, the architect wanted to show page of history with character that had been part of Quebec history in front of the building. Then later in his life, he said the poem. He said, I was born under the lily and I grew up under the rose. Born under the lily because Quebec was a French colony for the trade of fur market. So born under the lily, I grew up under the rose. Rose. Is it a French symbol, the rose? British symbol. English symbol. Due to the fields of Abraham, where a huge battle took place between the French and the British in 1759. And I say huge battle, but the main battle took less than 25 minutes. The British won against the French. So, je me souviens, I remember, after he say born under the lily, French colony, I grew up under the rose, British colony. So along the way, I won't show you just the French side. And I won't show you just the English side, I'm going to show you both sides. Because Quebec history is not just French and not just English, but you will see character on both sides have built up the history of Quebec. So let's start with few characters and you will learn more about them later. At your top left. You will live under British criminal law, British civil law. But it didn't work well during that time. But later the British told to the 13th colony, you know the 7-year war, eh? The 7-year war cost a lot of money. You gonna pay tax for the war we've been through. The Americans didn't like it. They said, I'm gonna pay tax for the war we've been through. But without any representation. Well, here is your cup of tea. And they threw the tea in the water. Boston Revolution, Boston Tea Party started up in the south. In the north, Quebec, British colony. The British were really, really afraid of the Americans. That's why they completed the fortification of the French. That's why later we had the Tour Martello and the Stade. They were like, we might get in trouble right now. People in the south doesn't love us at all. People of Quebec, so with us. So they say Quebec, 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 Quebec. I got a good deal for you. You want to be Catholic? Be Catholic. You want to speak French? Speak French. You want to live under your French civil law? Live under your French civil law, but you will live under British criminal law. But don't follow the Americans. Don't be with them. Don't join their cause, and mostly don't be against us. It's a paper called Quebec Act or L'Acte de Québec that give back all those privileged people here, just to make sure that if the Americans come and siege Quebec, attack Quebec, people won't tend to be on their side. And it was a clever move by the British, because Benedict Arnold, General Montgomery came here, siege Quebec, attack it, but it didn't work. Because when it came out, they were really surprised to find out there was a lot, not all of them, but many French Canadian militia were with the British together during that battle against the Americans. But don't worry, war is over.
You'll see the difference now. If we change it, you'll know how. Nothing ever stays the same. Once you let it change. It's like a family tree. Part of you and part of me.
We're on the walking tour of Quebec, and this is the old part of the city. It's absolutely stunning. That French influence, the Canadian. What would you say, Danny? It's a little piece of Europe and Canada. It's beautiful. So I've just given everybody a bit of a tour of our walking tour. And what did you like about the tour, Kathleen?
Well, I thought the tour guide was very relatable. He managed to keep us all in track, and in spite of the cycle races going on, we were still able to keep up with all of the history of the city and the cute little tidbits that he threw in about movies.
Yes, he did throw in a lot of things about the movies. There goes the cyclist now at the end of the street. Sorry for the shuffle. All the top riding companies are here today. They're doing a 200k race around Quebec. We're just racing down now to watch the cyclists. Look at this, the street artists in Quebec. And the beautiful decorated wall. That's a wall. That's not a building, that's just a wall. We have to quickly race along now to see the cyclists. They're going to come up this hill. These are all the top guys in the top teams. If Kathleen was here, she could tell you who they are, but she's behind. What are the top teams called, darling? In the Katusha? I don't know, Esplanade, Track Cycle, you know, whatever, just make up some names. Anyhow, we're in Quebec, and it's a big contrast from the Rockies, but it's simply beautiful. Look at this hill. These guys are going to be battling getting up this hill. Quebec really is a beautiful city. The walking tour is an absolute must if you want to learn a little bit about the history and a little bit about how Quebec was formed between the French and the British fighting for dominancy. And if you have a chance, book in September so you get to see one of the major events in the world close up on the ground. So if you like this video, what do you do, honey?
Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.
I'll see you in the next one. Check this out, Botanical Gardens, Sydney, Australia. It's lovely.